Well, hello people, and welcome back to another episode of City Showcase. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are looking at the city of Lorenia by Hamster is Better Than Mouse, which is a wonderful username, an 81 tile vanilla build built on the Land of the Isles map from Sidai's map pack. I very nearly built Orchid Bay on this map, so I'm very much looking forward to checking out what a full city actually looks like here. And don't forget, if you want your city to feature on the next episode of City Showcase, fill out the link to the Google form linked in the video description. Otherwise, let's check out this wonderful city, shall we? Very much looking forward to this one. So this is a really stunning city. Let's get a bit of a grander perspective here. So the map is Land of the Isles. I'll show you it in the new game menu. It is from Sidai's map pack 2, I believe. There it is, Land of the Isles, this one right here. Which is a really good map pack, worth getting by the way if you don't have it. But yeah, I was so close to choosing Orchid Bay to be built on this map. I decided against it at the very end, because at the same time we were also building Thessia, and I was like, I don't really want two island builds going on at the same time, so ended up going with Bay of Rivers instead. But yeah, it's super cool, isn't it? Right, look at this flow, it's really packed out. And yeah, well, let's get stuck into it, shall we? I want to get into this downtown over here. Right by the waterfront here. So really cool design with the glass eye arena. Definitely one of the, well, probably the best arena in the game. I think there's currently a game going on here as well, where you can see his towers right through this stand. Isn't this such a cool asset? From Bad Peanut Sports Venues, which by the way is also worth picking up. Probably the best content creator pack I think the game had over its lifespan, I think. But I really like this, great position on the waterfront. And what a wonderful skyline, right? It's fantastic execution of the skyscrapers pack here, with zoning mixed in between it. And for what I can see, is another really cool kind of big central transit hub here. We've got trams and cycling moving up through the middle. This is a wonderful vanilla build. I'm absolutely just thoroughly smiling at this. Little parks blended in next to the skyscrapers, pathways in between, just great vanilla detailing, look at that. Bush gardens, bush lining, it's fantastic. Absolutely fun, just awesome. We've also got the big metro hub here as well. This one doesn't look like it's overly busy, maybe just a little bit quiet. 176, where are we going here? It is pretty busy actually, it goes off in quite a few different directions, doesn't it? Although 3 of the lines are all converging into here. And then they split off again, don't they, which is quite an interesting configuration there. But we also got the observation tower here as well, with a little bit of a tram turnaround point going on. Looks like we're just waiting for those trams to stagger out a little bit, doesn't it? There you go, starting to move now. But I'm really loving this downtown. Great use of the towers, all nicely spaced as well, not too dense. And blended in with zoning too, which is always such a nice trick to see. I think as good as the unique buildings are, they can be overdone a little bit. But great to just move through these big, wide inner city streets. Great sight lines down here as well. This is a really nice build. Over here, we did have the Glassbox train station, which I'm keen to check out. Always love seeing this asset. We saw it in the last City Showcase as well, didn't we? So the metro above is very busy. And then the trains below also beginning to attract some people in here as well. Let's see what kind of lines we've got leaving from this. So there's 4 train lines there, and then we've got 2 metro lines, and both of which are heading underground back into that central station, are they? They are indeed, yep, they're going over there. So they head underground there, and that's where that's headed. And then in terms of ridership, through that central station, we're looking at 87, while we're also talking about numbers. Let's have a look at traffic. 76% for a 74,000 population vanilla build is not bad at all. And we'll see if we can spot any major choke points. Just seems to be mainly the arterial systems, although is it a fake 76%? Yeah, it is. Why is that red? It's much higher than 76%, of course. But, you know, don't pay too much attention to the traffic values. But what a wonderful downtown, right? I really love this space. Zoning, towers, big green cities district here next to the train station. Really one of the nicer downtowns I've ever seen in vanilla CS, really. This is... I would be proud of this myself if I was to build this in an episode. Really great downtown space. Super cute. And then through here we have the trains. Let's see where these are disappearing to. So one goes entrenched through the city, which we'll follow that a little bit later on in the episode. And then one elevates through here, heading off toward what I can see is a campus, which I always love to check out. We'll get to those in a second. But then leaving the downtown here, there's another stadium further down the waterfront here. There's some little custom part work that's very tasteful. That's really nice detailing, especially for vanilla. Love the little, almost like, I guess they're kind of like fish or infinity signs, I suppose, maybe. Really cute design though, either way. I really like what you've done there. Very creative use of path networks in vanilla there. The Shanghai needle, always a difficult asset to use, but blends perfectly well into the skyline there, doesn't it? I really, really like that. And then lots of career assets, tons of skyscrapers as well. Really, really lovely stuff. And then we'll head. Which way do we go? It's so enticing. We have to go to the campus, I think, don't we? So let's head out here. Tons more detailing, lots of prop work in vanilla, which I'm always so happy to see. Even over here, he's got the recycling bins, loads of bush lining. And then big design at the front of the basketball stadium here, which looks absolutely fantastic. Catfish Cafe. Did I build this here? It's bush lining and catfish cafes everywhere. This is straight out of my playbook. I absolutely love it. Oh, look at this as well. Isn't that fantastic? Little plaza, custom path networks there. Props, bins, bird baths, fountains, squills, magazine stands. Absolutely awesome. This is brilliant work, Hamster. I'm absolutely loving this. It's super, super cool. And then just the sight line, as you move across the city, it flows so organically, doesn't it? I think that's something that's really hard to achieve in vanilla. You have to pay attention so much more because you don't have the mods to correct any little inconsistencies. You have to just be much more consistent with your building style. And this is absolutely wonderful. For that as well, little overgrown fenced off section around the support of the rail. Absolutely wonderful. This is possibly the best vanilla city we've had on City Showcase, I think. Already, I'm absolutely loving this. And then lots more park spaces here. Before we stumble across that entrenched train line that comes out the central hub. With big parallel networks all heading out the downtown here. Right, underground metro, train, arterial road with tram and cycling. And then metro on the beach again down here too. So really, really cool. And then let's check out this campus. So we've got one of the King Lenovo's malls here. I've also got, is this a little custom asset? It's a little custom recycling center, I think, is it? Yeah, recycling center. I think I used that one in Thessia, didn't I? But really nice, regardless. More details around here, benches, fountains and whatnot next to our train stations or train lines. Which has all been fenced off as if it's kind of denying access to the public there, which is cool. And then this campus, I want to get stuck into this. Let's have a look at the grander scale of it here. Really nice, again. One of the better campuses we've ever seen. I love this big central mall here of kind of fountains and open park space. Real nice. A great design with Jerry Senior, of course. Centralised out the front of the building with one of those overground metro stops with more bush lining. And trees. Absolutely great. Buses and trams also moving through here as well, which is just so cool to see. Really nice. Some residential and sports pitches here make up the rest of the area around the mall. Which way do we go here? It's just there's so much to explore. We have some repeated Art Deco patterns here, returning back to the edge of the baseball stadium. Great part detailing here as well with fences and benches and whatnot over here. This is always a fantastic palette, isn't it? Really keen to know where these zoned. They look like they are, yeah. Now, Plot the Growables was not in the mod list. So, I'm not sure if these were zoned in. The Patience of a Saint, if they were. But that was wonderful, isn't it? They always work so nicely. Those Art Deco assets in repeated patterns. We've done something similar on the channel before. I think all the back in Novaria we discovered this pattern, didn't we? And it's really nice. Super nice sort of addition to the waterfront there, isn't it? Lots of kind of like beachside condos. Great vibe. Really nice. Elevated train station through here, right next door to our campus, which has more wonderful prop park detailing just outside the train station there. There's lots of fences and path networks in this city. I'm really interested to see what his node count is at. Have a little look here. Only 66%, that's not too bad at all. That is actually quite good. Fair enough. Still got quite a long way to go. I'm not sure if the city is finished. There is still unbuilt areas. This island hasn't been touched. There's undeveloped areas out here. And then also over here as well. So I'm not sure if it's going to be carried on being built. I really hope it is, because what you've done so far is an absolute treat to look around. Even got some of the another AC props in here as well, which is an interesting use of them. Very nice indeed. So yeah, the campus has got the unique building in here. Really love the big centralization of the chess club and the fountains here with the buildings around the edge of it. School of Law in there as well, which is such a big, impressive beast, isn't it? Really like that one. And then over here, we'll flow into a Green Cities district where we have some great respecting of a hospital asset there as well, with parking out the front. Multi-story units also down here as well. Got a bit of general park space here. He's a big fan of his benches over here, isn't he? Big bench and light park with another statue of Jerry Senior and a bit of an office work there. And then we have some kind of outlying suburbia here, general low density residential. And then we're coming into a kind of big pocket of industry here, which is really interestingly configured, isn't it? Look at that. Perfect sort of arrangement there with the bridge over the road. And then we've got train lines coming in. Looks like got like an old disused train line here as well, perhaps. That looks really cool. And then this is coming into a big cargo port. It's got the vanilla kind of shipping container assets in there. And then this comes into a big oil storage area with more import and export function for his cargo harbour. Of course, the post trucks are going mad. These things love to import into the post depots over here, don't they? With a little bit of industry all zoned in around that. So really nice port. Love the rail configuration around here. Have some little mock smaller rail yards around here too, which is always nice next to the warehouse with rail already built in. And we'll carry on around this coastline while we're over here. Some wall-to-wall action over here again with little prop spaces just packed out absolutely everywhere in the city. More custom playgrounds through here. I always love when people take the time to just address this space, you know. It just adds so much more character to the city, doesn't it? And just leaving it blank. Super nice. Especially in vanilla when you're just so much more limited with your options. Really, really cute. Same again over here. More great prop work at the front of a train station. And absolutely just, just great prop work next to the train station again as well. It's everywhere. Every little corner you look at, there's just props tucked away. It's a treat to stumble upon. I'm surprised his node count is so low with all this fence work as well. It's feels like mine burns faster for some reason. And we then come across this big old bridge, which I know comes as part of the map, and then I don't think there's anything over here. No, just out to the outside connections over this way, so you can still see there's tons of the map left to develop over here. Especially with this space too. I know this does come with the map. I was really keen to see this when we did Sidai's tier list. So yeah, I would love to see Hamster build on these parts of the map. It'd be very cool. We then arrive at a massive industrial oil port, it looks like, with 2 oil rigs, lots of extraction, warehouses through here. Really nicely configured with the roundabouts through here too. Traffic's busy, but of course, usually is around industrial areas in CS1. They attract a ton of vehicles, especially if you've also got warehouses and extraction units over here as well. The refinery sits in here as well, next to some more wonderful cargo work, with the shipping container assets and a export function. With warehouse right next door, which is a great asset combination there, isn't it? The warehouse immediately next door to the train station. And what's he storing there? Petroleum is going out. Very nice. Yes, and then the refinery, which looks like it is staying stocked, is it? Yeah, plenty of materials coming in and out. And its traffic's not gridlocked, it's just very busy. With a pretty interesting highway configuration there as well. Getting back on, which is really nice to see. Is that the only way into the area here? Yeah, it's only accessible via the highway, isn't it? I reckon you could take a bit of pressure off of this roundabout actually with an arterial connection in here somewhere. Maybe connected into this industrial estate down here, perhaps. would alleviate a little bit of the pressure through here, but it's just busy. At least it's not gridlocked. That tends to be when it becomes a problem, right? Really nice work again around the base of all these assets. Overgrowth and pathways where the workers would take the path there. Super sweet. Really, really nice. And this brings us around this side of the island, where I think we'll loop up to this way and then we'll come and explore the rest of this side here, then heading up to the airport. So factories over here, mass kind of service area, we've got power and sewage works going on over this way. And some more little cute highway interchanges. Big factory district, garbage processing again as well. Factory by the highway is always such a cool orientation, isn't it? Something you see so often in the real world. Driving around motorways, you come across these massive distribution centres, super cool. And then over here, we have a highway interchange, which is pretty cool. Kind of a, I guess more like a half clover slip system here, isn't it? This one's pretty busy. Although, why is it busy? This is a very small node space there. That won't be helping them move very swiftly. But, and then there's traffic lights here, isn't there? It actually does. I think it's just the traffic lights causing the traffic, isn't it? I think it is, yeah. So you could probably just get rid of that by turning the traffic lights off actually here. But coming into this town, we do have the tram depot. Some more great detailing. Great positioning of the shopping sort of asset as well, isn't it? The supermarket there. Very nice. And then this comes around back into kind of the main metropolis over here, where there's a ton of post trucks for some reason. Do you have another post distribution centre around here? What's causing the traffic here? Where is this backing up to? Just down here, isn't it? Just busy main arterial systems. No, I don't mind this sort of stuff, you know, like I like seeing a bit of traffic queued up here. It just makes the city feel alive, doesn't it? I think this is something CS2 lacks quite a bit. Just the city feeling like it's living and breathing. So I don't mind that at all. Love this embanked metro line that becomes elevated and then embanked again. That's a real great system through there, isn't it? There are plenty of people waiting at that metro stop as well. Absolutely fantastic. Really cool with a great sight line over to the downtown there, isn't it? If we were to kind of enjoy the view from the park. I love a skyline in CS. Few things are satisfying, isn't there? And this is a real nice one here. Nice sensible crawl, peak, kind of comes down again, peaks up and then disappears. Super, super nice. With all these big public transport networks heading into that big city centre. We've got, is this a custom train station? It is, isn't it? I don't recognise this one. Is it, actually? Let me... Which one are you? Yes, it is a custom one. I thought I didn't recognise it. A real nice custom asset there, though. Big fountain plaza configuration with tons more detailing at the foot of the transport tower here. Down this way, we saw the mall, of course, and then tons more park space. Football pitches in there as well. More prop work in and around the foot of the station here again too, where we have layers crisscrossing, trains coming under the metro. Really, really nice. An absolutely gorgeous city, right guys? I hope you are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying showing it off. I would be so happy if this was my own build, you know? I'd be just really, really nice. Really some of the best vanilla work we've had in City Showcase so far in the 14 episodes of City Showcase we've done now. This is, I think, probably going to go down as the best vanilla city we've had yet. Coming through here, we'll check out these big Chungus assets over here where that beach metro elevates again. Where we have some of the shopping mall assets in here again. This is the Hamilton's department store, isn't it? It is indeed. There we go. And then beyond this, we have some pedestrianisation with some modern city centre. Great tram interchange here too. Where are all these tram lines heading? There's a ton of trams in this city, isn't there? They're really converging. If we can get kind of a grander picture of his public transport network here. It's really interwoven, isn't it? Tons of trams. We did stumble across a tram depot earlier, didn't we? Where was that? It's got to be... It was over here, wasn't it, I think? Where was that tram building? We definitely saw one. Yeah, it's over here, isn't it? How many trams are in use here? Only 14 from this depot. I'll have to keep an eye out for some more. But either way, this is a really cool district. I love the path design here. That's very cool, isn't it? That, like a proper like public work of art, that, isn't it? Really sweet. Lots of zigzag pathways taking people onto the walkable quays, which extend all around his waterfront. Really nice view here, isn't it? Kind of get a view from the water up to these more medium density and eventually high density over there as well. Absolutely superb. A metro ridership coming through again, with more zone as we kind of fall into a medium density. At this side, as we come towards some more unique buildings, you've got the Theatre of Wonders in here, and more plaza spaces, pedestrianisation, great use of plazas and promenades through this district. Some metro trains coming in here as well, which is really nice and busy, isn't it? Look at that. And again, tram and bus convergence it looks like through here as well, which is cool. And then also got the modern art gallery. This brings us back to the busy junction we were at earlier with the elevated metro, which is super nice. Heading down into this valley, we'll cover this bit as we swoop around from the airport. So let's take a look at this bit now actually. Got some of the Asia assets here as well. That looks very Orchid Bay inspired. I hope it is. That'd be very cool. We did something very similar with the temple in Orchid Bay's Asia district. So that's really cool. I think, I always feel a bit, I don't know, like I'm sniffing my own farts, if you like, when I kind of notice one of my own designs, but that's definitely, I think, taken from Orchid Bay. It totally might not be, but I think it is. That's super cool to see some of my own ideas kind of imprinted into someone else's vision there. Really cool. And then we do have a ton of Hearts of Korea district zoning around here. The Mirai in use with one of the transport plazas here, the food market at the foot. Some classic tropical rock gardens, yes please. That's so cool. Looks great next to the food market as well, doesn't it? Really nice. With Super Bowl chirper, look at that. Very cool. I wonder what that Korean writing says actually. If anyone can speak Korean and can translate this, do let me know. But great use of pedestrianisation again, isn't it, right through this big Hearts of Korea district. Really, really nice. Again, prop work again. You can just stumble upon it pretty much anywhere in this city. Trams flowing through this district. Really, really nice. Super, super cool. Let's head down this arterial here, where again we do have a little bit more traffic, but nothing that's gridlocked. It is moving. Loads of cyclists down here as well, isn't there? Look at that. Yes, please, everyone. And then we have our highway interchange, which is moving quite nicely. Really nicely configured there as well. Cool slip lanes in multiple different directions. Really nice. Then you come across a big lake, which has plenty of park attractions around it. Lots more props with gazebos and benches and whatnot. I've got some of the parasols and the sun chairs over here too. Really nice use of the water feature here. I can't remember if this lake comes with the map or if he's made this himself. I don't think it's here, from what I can remember from showcasing this map off ages ago. Another transport hub over here with great bush lining, fantastic asset selection. Even use of the mid-century modern carports as well, which isn't an asset we see too often these days, is it, since the ploppable car parks came in. But again, great asset selection. You can tell he's paid attention to asset selection here, because there's no minging horrible level 5 assets that look like they're out of Surviving Mars. It makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Super, super nice. And that runs all the way down this big arterial road with lots of cycling. Really cool. Through this way, we'll head back down this valley here toward the international airport. Metro sweeping through. This is one of the elevated lines coming out of the downtown that we saw earlier. We come across office space here, big commercial centre, lots of water wall, schools, parks. This is the Australian football one, isn't it? Community Australian Football Park. This is a custom one, isn't it? This isn't the one from the park. No, it is. It looks different for some reason. I need to use this asset more often. It's really nice, isn't it? I don't remember these bleachers. Don't remember that at all. But yeah, it is an official Bad Peanut asset. Very nice regardless though. Metro station converging with a very busy bus over there as well. We'd love to see that. There it goes. Absolutely wonderful. And then we'll come down here into some big concrete space with some of the Hearts of Japan asset. And then this all leads off into some high-tech stuff where we had that big factory district next to the busy interchange that we came across earlier. And then coming out of this valley, we come into some low density sprawl here. There's more parking with nicely orientated supermarkets there too. Bit of servicing over here with fire helicopter stuff. Biodomes, high tech. Bit of beach detailing with some benches. Down by the waterfront, which is very nice. See the oil rigs from here too. Very cool. And then this all comes to a head as we arrive at what is a pretty monstrous international airport complex. Look at that. Isn't that a beast? A really cool configuration here. I don't know if this was taken from a real life airport. It's been very nicely configured. I love the entrances here using these kind of like triangle terminals. How you've done 2 of them there, that's really nice. Now, how do we actually hook into this? There's more terminals down here. It's all elevated and then it just hooks in straight off the roundabout here in a little one-way loop system, as people can get up to the different airport terminals there. Train police will probably come after you for that one, but I won't tell them if you won't. And then we have some really nice designs at the front, more fantastic prop work. Really, really sweet. Absolutely love this. And then in terms of ridership, let's have a look at the airport statistics, if we dare. So, coming up close to 1 million passengers with 126 active flights, so it's very busy. But it's very, very big and very cool. He's also got his airport headline air quarters over here with some aeroplane bush art. Absolutely amazing. That is the cutest thing I might have ever seen in CS. I'm going to have to do that for Rannox Airport now. That's absolutely amazing. That's so cute. I really like that. And then, yeah, more kind of bush art over here, if you like, all around the foot of the airport headquarters, which is absolutely fantastic. We've got a big old ring road coming right around the edge of the port here, which actually loops up to the cargo airport complex. This is why this is over here. The airfield configuration is wonderful, so let's have a little fast forward here of how everyone's moving around. Really well done airport. You can see he's done the Imperator kind of false taxiway trick here with the aprons and the pathways, just to fill a bit more airfield space that you would see in a real life airport. Very nicely done. And then, yeah, great traffic flow for an airport, isn't it? Everyone's coming in and out of their own respective little kind of terminals, if you like, collecting and then going. There's no backup here at all, flowing like an absolute dream. With plenty of hangars and airport detailing over here next to his cargo stuff. He's even managed to squeeze in the blimp depot. Are you using any blimps? No. Thankfully, there is no blimps in the city. But he does have the blimp depot down here. And wonderful. Really great airport configuration. Really, really sweet. Heading around this, we now come into kind of this last third of the city, I suppose. So let's come out of the airport and see what it is we find. So we've got this big sunken train line coming out of here, which does stop at the airport there. And then we will flow entrenched all the way through this district where we're coming across more factories here, lots more service industry, post, garbage recycling, factories, which is a great kind of industrial orientation here, isn't it, with that layer, with the train line there as well. Really like that. And then over here, more factories. Let's jump on the coastline. That's a great positioning for that stadium. I love this asset with all the red support beams on it. It's really nice. Super cool. A boat hotel, always a more difficult asset to use in vanilla, that one, but really at home there on the beach. As we stumble across a little nightlife district here with lots of red pathways, nightclubs, hotels along the beach and whatnot. How is his hotel chain doing? Making profit at least, which is good. But 69%, that's not the most popular, is it? 89%, so yeah, he's mostly meeting the hotel criteria. Which is such a stupid mechanic, isn't it? I'll never ever agree with that hotel stuff. But really cool down here. Great use of pedestrian roads on the angle here. More pathways, great detailing, jacarandas. Tons more props, all tucked into this green space around the zone, which just adds so much more personality to it, doesn't it? I love this asset here. I never ever use this one. The tram and metro stop's so cool. I really need to find a way to bring this into Rannoch, actually. I'm sure we'll have the opportunity at some point. Now the downtown is in. Really nice. Anyway, we'll head further down this nightlife district where there's more supreme prop detailing. Absolutely fantastic custom plazas alongside ploppable ones. Great fence work and more props in around the train station where you would expect it. It's so cool. There's so much time and effort gone into this city. Another stadium along the beach here with a really wonderful detailed beach. Look at that. He's got the parasols, the sun lounges, the gazebo. Absolutely pristine. Look at that as well. Just great. Absolutely fantastic. Another skyscraper. Unique over here as well. More props, more plazas, all tucked away. Love the use of the separate tram line peeling off here away from the arterial to run on its own network. That's great design. And then the metro goes underground there. As it begins to recess in as well, there comes a train. We got a busy stop. Yeah, nice and busy through there. Not even clearing the backlog actually because it's so busy, which is cool. And then, oh, this is the Sunset Harbour asset. I really like this one, and that's been really nicely integrated into the city too. Can be quite a difficult one to use this, just because of how the lines are configured. But that's great. That's really nice work. The metro is quite a bit busier than the train, isn't it? But that's okay. Really, really cool. And of course, he's got pathways this side of it as well, so they can access it from both sides of the road here. Really, really nice. I like that. Swing our attention back into this big town centre over here. I really like the road network as well. Like, he's obviously gone with the grid in some aspects, but beyond that, it's quite organic looking, isn't it? So huge fan of his road layouts here. It does look so organic, doesn't it? Really, really good for vanilla. Super cool. Heading back toward these transport lines, we can see another repeated pattern of the Art Deco stuff in amongst some low density. We can see a park area. There's a really nicely configured zoo here. Plenty of prop detail in the middle, with a really nice arrangement of all those zoo assets. Super cool. More bush lining and prop work with the trams and the buses stopping here. Even got trolley buses as well. All converging, stopping over this way. We got another tram depot. Are all the trams coming from this one? Well, there's only 6 out of that one. I just feel like there's a lot of trams in the city. I would love to know where they're all coming from. And then heading back through this way, we've got a tram and path couplet. Isn't that fantastic? Running all the way through along the edge here. Do have some of the surviving Mars assets. There they are. You can never truly avoid them, can you? And then another metro station here with a great view down into one of the sports venues with supplementary sports parks next door. Just creating some really nice suburban space. There's another framed tram system through here as well with the baobab trees, which is a really interesting choice. But it does work actually. I would probably have never have put these baobabs in a tree line like that, but I like it. I do like it. It's a little bit of a Sleepy Hollow kind of vibe, isn't it, really? Oh, that metro there. That's great. Great sightline there, isn't it? Super nice. And then as we come back out into the main valley here, we obviously kind of go off in 2 different directions. So let's head back toward this sort of Chinatown district we saw over here. So picking up from the tram metro hub, we'll come down this road. Again, where there's just so much nicely developed green space. Bit of an expanded school design around here as well. With plenty of zoning, low and high density residential. Expo Centre with the fantastic fountain with lots of walkability around here. Pathways all interconnected with one another with this train station again. I love seeing this station. It's always really cool with the different layering opportunities it presents. 291 coming through it. This is coming from the line that leaves the airport. And then it heads underground over there as well. And this big arterial system. Lots of elevated pathways, slip lanes coming off of a larger, busier junction down here. With some services, elder care and childcare through there, saunas. Great park design with Jerry Senior next to his cannons and some fencing. With more parks and suburban sprawl. As we come into a bit of a service area, schools around here, all 3 of them with firefighting. We've also got police station, more pedestrian mall stuff over here as well with the last of the King Leno malls are also tucked in here as well. This spills into a European suburbia area, again which has schools, plazas, fields. Real nice design there with the birch parks. Great expanse of it as well, isn't it? Using 2 birch parks either side of the cafe and then adding your own gazebo and tables in there. Very tasteful. Love that. Which is all centered onto another super busy train station through here. I really like that pathway design too. Very modern. So that's really cool. And then this drops us back off onto the highway where we had the Asia Town district over here. Where there is further bush lining. Great use of park space again too. Just absolutely wonderful. Really, really cool. And then we come up to a big old roundabout interchange here. Which is the alleyway or the valley we've just come down and out of here. Which then leaves us with this rest of the city to explore here. So let's head back over to where we had that stadium. Got a super leafy suburb through here. Don't know if he's trying to go for a bit more of a sort of more sparsely populated area here. Lots of trees packed in around residential zoning. Which leads to kind of a really nice kind of sprawl, doesn't it? When it's not all zoned up, it is kind of like dense forest with just the occasional house. Very nice. Elevated metro sweeps around over to that bit we saw a moment ago. Before we come across this, which looks like a bit of a nature reserve here, I think, is it? Yeah, it is. Nice viewpoint out across the bay and the endless ocean beyond. Before we come up to one of my favourite assets in the game, the massive baseball stadium, of course, with plenty of parking next door to it to respect it. Supplementary baseball fields, also next door to the aviation club, which then of course goes onto some big old farmland with solar plants, factory over here as well, flour mills, the donut factory is there too, the bakery, isn't it? And really nice put together farmland. He's also done some of his own crop lines as well using the fruit trees, so it's not all functioning. Some of it is aesthetic as well, which is such a nice kind of embellishment to the farmland, isn't it? Love seeing this kind of stuff in. So really, really sweet. Super nice. Rockwork. Pigs. Very nice indeed. And then this drops us back off at an elevated train line, which again is coming out of the downtown sort of direction there, isn't it? All the networks kind of flow along this landmass and back out toward this side of the city. Another kind of diamond slip interchange over here, where we can also see what looks like a bit of a racetrack over this way, which is quite interesting. A bit like a family fun park maybe. Got stables. We've got, what's it called? The traffic park over here as well. Really, really cool. Yeah, so this looks like a bit of a kind of a mock racetrack, doesn't it? Especially with all the little cars lined up here as well. With like a little kids version and an adults version. Really sweet. Very creative. Over here we come across some more low density sprawl yet again, with just so much prop work packed into the spaces. Another campus. 2 campuses in this economy. Absolutely incredible. Love it. Again, centralized design with the road. Dorms, really nice prop spaces in the campus itself. I love campuses, and often when we get the city showcases, there's usually only one. But this is great. This is wonderful. It just looks so natural, doesn't it? It just flows so nicely from one build to the next. More incredible prop work, tons of fountains, benches, eateries, all onto pathways that hook into the back of this train station, with some Green Cities apartments adjacent to those. Heading into these further valley towns over here, more kind of low density sprawl by the looks of it. But still, it's always packed out with really nice little vanilla embellishments like this. Fence and path work. More prop work in the centre little town square here with residential all around it. We even come up into some really kind of sparse 1x1 European housing here. It's a bit of kind of country mountain housing, if you like, which just about has a view to that very distant skyline across the mountains, right? Really cool kind of element of distance there, I think. Super nice. A big old rail yard, which is nice to see in vanilla, with some zoning even included in that as well, which looks super thematic, almost like a water tank, isn't it, for steam engines or something? Really cute. Great use of vanilla sort of asset detail in there, with train lines or trains passing through the little mock train yard over here. Really sweet. Big industry over here again, lots of ore extraction. Really like this layer in here, how everything kind of crisscrosses over each other. That's a great use of the terrain there. Super, super sweet. And then we come over this hill where the arterial road emerges into some more kind of medium density sprawl with more great park designs. Sort of train station at the bottom of it here as well. Custom asset, that one. With nightlife and industry all blended together next door to the industrial steel plant, which kind of rounds out this edge of the map, if you like. And then Sidai's interchanges or bridges kick off back here. Remember seeing this one, this is such a cool design what Sidai did with this the bridge. And then that goes off over the hills far away into the outside connections. We haven't missed some stuff over here. Let's head back toward this beach line over this way where we had the bit of the Asia town. Where we have some more centralized designs, fantastic park spaces, great use again of pedestrianisation roads. Even got a tram turnaround point here on the beach where people can connect in and then take that beach walk all the way along, which is really nice. More beach detailing, lots of parasols and sun lounges. I really like this. That's such a cool use of using that asset there, isn't it? Really, really nice little transport hub there. And with an intercity bus station too, I didn't even notice that just there. That's really nice little walkability there, isn't it? Tons of people using this too. Intercity bus station's nice and busy. Metro underneath that with buses and trams all around it too. That blends into more pedestrianised wall-to-wall stuff as the arterial flows through. More office parks through this way by the looks of it, all orientated against the highway. Fantastic sprawl. Custom church over in the corner there with more prop work. And I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe we lose some zone in here, maybe? Or some... Maybe it's just not finished, not sure. Maybe there was something here. And then we have this cool couplet system that flows off. That's very Orchid Bay there, isn't it? With the cycling couplet, really cool. And that flows kind of across your highway here, doesn't it? That's a really interesting configuration you've set up there with the couplet. It is flowing, it is busy, but it's not gridlocked by any means, is it? Yeah, really interesting way you put that together there. Before that comes back into more low density sprawl, where we stumble across another varsity sports building, more fantastic prop work, nightlife and park space, alongside some big old hospital complexes with elder care and whatnot tucked in just across the hill from the big baseball arena we saw earlier. And then this all disperses off into some massive low density sprawl as that couplet carries on the other direction alongside the beach with more beach detailing. So much prop work through this city, which is so nice to see for vanilla. It's a really, really charming build to look across. A big old bus plaza here as well, another transport hub with trams. There's a metro station here as well. Buses coming in their own little slip lanes here. That's a really nice configuration how you've got this set up. Really sweet. And then big old park, more props before that low density sprawl kicks in. We've got an amusement park down this end of the beach as well. Really tightly packed in there. It looks like it has slightly caught fire. But that's really nice. That's super densely packed in, that one, isn't it? Nice little feature against the beach there. Especially with the roller coaster having some really cool views. Can't quite see the skyline. Just around the corner of that mountain, isn't it? But that's okay. The metros continue to come over here before diverting off over that way in the place we just checked out here with the forestry. Lots more industrial zone in here where that old little mock rail yard was. More really interesting slip lane configurations again here as well. Again, Gradient Police will probably flag you up on that one, but I won't tell them if you won't. And then metro, or the highway, splits off here in multiple directions. Where are you going? Where does this one sink down to? Goes underground. Okay, yeah, it comes back out there, doesn't it? That's okay. And then that metro arrives at another little tucked away town with low density sprawl. Fantastic use of plaza spaces, open park space as well, tucked into the little nooks and crannies. that you find across the Isle, what's it called? Land of the Isles, isn't it, this one? But an absolutely wonderful city. Hamster is better than mouse, my friend. Possibly, I think I'm happy to award this as the best vanilla project we've currently had submitted to City Showcase. You've done an absolutely wonderful job here. You still have a ton of your node count left as well, pretty much a whole third left of your nodes, with plenty more map to develop. So I really hope you're planning to expand Lorenia. Really, really cool build, and yeah, absolutely wonderful job. I hope you have enjoyed it. A massive shout out to the patrons that support the channel, with a roll call to our golden eggs, Louis Adlam, Andrew Perez, Oh Hey Casino, and Phoenix MD. If you want to get involved in that, links down below to Patreon and Instant Gaming are below if you want a little bit more egg in your life. And don't forget, if you want your city to feature on the next episode of City Showcase, the link to the Google form to do that is linked in the video description. And as I always say, don't worry if it's not immediately shown, I do have quite a few to get through, so we will eventually get there. Either way, a huge round of applause, please, below for Hamster is Better Than Mouse. One of the best vanilla cities I've ever seen. It's fantastic work, and it's so nice to see a fully built out city on a map that I was so close to playing. So really, really sweet. Thank you for submitting it. Otherwise, please do enjoy some cinematics, but I'll shut up and leave it there. Let's thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.